I'm going to show you how to make a delicious burger and a couple of little accompaniments that just make it perfect. This is how we do it. You get yourself a nice hot pan, and I'm going to saute just a little bit of onion and a little bit of garlic. You throw your onions in and you want to hear that sizzle straight away. A little bit of garlic as well. And then we're just going to saute those two together. The reason I cook them is because once you get them into the patty of your burger, you don't want to bite into a raw piece of onion. And if you just go ahead and mix that onion and garlic straight through the burger, that's what you're going to end up with. Now you can add just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. And before this starts to caramelise, you don't want to have any colour on it. Turn it off and just pop it into a big mixing bowl and just let it go cool before you mix it through the beef mince. What I'm going to do is get my buns over here and I'm going to brush them with a little bit of olive oil. We're going to actually put these buns on the grill so they go nice and crisp on the inside and then still fluffy and delicious on the outside. I've got some Worcester sauce. I'm going to pour that into my onions and a little bit of Dijon mustard. Toss that in as well. And then you pick up your mince, add that, and now it's time to get a little messy. You just get in there and work those flavours into the mince. Make sure you combine them all really, really well. You're going to divide your mince into equal portions of however many burgers you're making. I'm going to make 4, so you just split it in half like that, and then out of each ball, you split them in half again. I like just to throw them from one hand to the other because I think it sort of just combines the meat just a little, and then I just sort of work it into a shape that I'm happy with. Don't forget to make them ever so slightly larger than you would want them to end up because they're going to shrink up a little bit when they hit the grill. Beautiful. See how we've got that nice crispy part on the bottom of the bun there? That's what we're looking for. So once you've got them ready to go on both sides, just stack them back up. And then it's time to start cooking the burgers. My burgers have been pressed out to the right size. Just get a tiny bit of oil, and I oil the burger instead of the grill. That stops it from flaring up into any sort of flames. You can just pick it up. Just like that. Now you'll see I've just used half the grill with my burgers because I'm going to cook some of this beautiful bacon. You just leave them on for just a minute, nice high heat so you get that golden crust on the outside of the burger, and then I'm going to flip it over before it becomes too cooked because you still want to eat a burger about medium rare. Right, while we're waiting for our burgers to cook, over here I'm going to bring up my burger buns and get a piece of lettuce. Now, this is a really important part of building a burger. You start off with your lettuce on the bottom of the bun. The reason for it is any juices that fall out of the actual patty are going to be caught by that lettuce and it'll stop you from getting a soggy burger. Flip these other two. As soon as you've turned your burgers over, I've got some tasty cheese slices here. I'm going to place that one over each, and that's going to help it to melt while it's still on the heat, and there's nothing better than a little bit of melted tasty cheese on a burger. Turn my bacon. So we're getting close. Now, I always say that you should only put your favourite sauce onto your burger. I'm going to show you what mine is. It's a little bit of mustard and a little bit of tomato sauce mixed together. So I get a bowl, Dijon mustard, a little bit of tomato sauce, and then you just go ahead and you mix those two together. Once your burger's cooked on both sides, you just pick it up off the grill, straight over here onto your lettuce leaf. Like I said, that lettuce leaf's going to be your friend. It's going to catch any of the juices that come out of the burger. You can see that beautiful, tasty cheese that's melted. I'm just going to put a little spoon of my favourite sauce, top it with a slice of bacon. It smells so good in here, I've got to tell you. You get your buns, you pop them back on top. I've got a few skewers here. Just skewer those, which makes them just a little bit easier to move around. But I tell you what, you won't have to move them around for long because as soon as people see these coming off your barbie, they'll be lining up for it.